Hey everybody, welcome to the Leanne Martin Show, episode 2. This is me committing to doing a show. I'm in my office at school and I have about half an hour before kids, well maybe 15 minutes before kids start showing up, and I've got to get on with being a teacher. So I thought I would come to you live just on my break and just share with you what's kind of been happening and what's really coming up for me right now. And some of the things that I'm choosing right now to do is use some tools of access, interesting point of view, and with what I'd like to create in business. I've been asking the universe, asking questions to show me what the gift of me is, and how I can make money doing that. Oh, hey, Tanya. Hi. Welcome. Anyway, so it's been very interesting, like choices that I'm wanting to make as far as creating some stuff online, creating some courses, things that I'm choosing. What am I really good at that I could make money with? And so that's just some things that, and I was on a call and we were talking about, what are 10 things that you're really good at that come to you so easily that you don't think people would pay you for? And so I've been sitting with that a little bit today, and what is that for me? And I know I'm really good with kids, and I mean, there's things I'm making, but some of the stuff that I'd really like to talk about and share with the world. So then I go into, maybe fear, doubt, angst about how I should present it to the world and all that kind of stuff. And so I've really been functioning in that place. And so there's this lovely little book, and it's called Living Beyond Distraction. It's written by Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here. It seems to be the books that I've just been gravitating to lately. And I have kind of forgotten about it and really noticing where I'm functioning from that. And so what's really popped for me is things around fear, doubt, business, relationships. And those are all what they are calling in this book called distractor implants. And so, I'll just read a little bit from this, and it's just to kind of like get me thinking about it and how I'd like to change it, and actually just seeing where I'm functioning from. And maybe this applies to you too. So in the book, it says, today we're going to talk about the distractor implants of fear, doubt, business, and relationship. The thing you have to get about distractor implants is that they are designed to keep you from looking at the power and potency that you are. What they're designed to do is to never let you choose to be the power and the potency that you are. And so I found that kind of interesting. Like, it's distracting me from actually creating what I really want to create. And so I'm really operating in these distractor implants right now. So it's very interesting. And now that I'm aware of it, what can I choose now? Can I change it, And so there's just a few things from here. In relationship, in this little section on relationship, it says, once you get into a relationship, once you commit to a relationship, you give up part of your point of view in order to keep the relationship, as though the relationship is the valuable product and not you. You start to cut off parts and pieces of you in order to maintain the relationship. That's what the distractor implants are specifically designed to do, to take you away from choosing you and to put you in a place where you try to choose for the relationship. So does that apply to anybody? I mean, it probably applies to all of us. Where are places where in your relationships, sisters, mothers, relationship with your mom, your dad, your siblings, your husbands, wives, like where we start to like give up pieces of ourselves in order to keep the relationship, whatever, happy. or, you know, whatever you're doing. And it's like, you know, little places where we kind of give up ourselves or compromise ourselves. And I really noticed this as something that was really brought to my attention in the summertime during a class, was how I give up myself a lot in my immediate family, like with my kids and my husband, where, you know, just to save peace or whatever, like, oh, let's go to this restaurant. Yeah, okay. You know, like I don't have a point of view around it because they really like that place and I don't really, but you know, it's just, that's just a silly example. Where I'd really like to eat was this place. And I never really included myself in that. And that's changing, but you have to be aware of it. So where are you kind of shutting yourself off and what you'd really like to do in your relationships, where up pieces of yourself. And then it goes on to talk a little bit about business, and then kind of sums it up with all of those distractor implants. So fear, doubt, business, and relationship are all designed to keep you in a place where you never choose what you truly would like to have. You are distracting yourself from desiring what you truly desire in your life. Most of you are not willing to have what you should have in your life. So just, you know, like, let that settle for a little bit. And you believe that if you got everything you asked for, if you got everything that you'd like to have, and if everything worked for you, life would be too easy. And if life got too easy, would it be worth living? No. That is why the distractor implant of living is what it is. You don't want to have life so easy that it takes no effort. You think that if it takes no effort, you can have no value, or it can have no value. As long as it is difficult to achieve, you're living. In my estimation, that's not quite correct. And then he goes on a little bit after that. But I just thought that was really interesting because I'm using currently some of those distractor implants and creating some problems that I can distract myself from actually choosing what I want to create and what I would like my life to look like. And I'm just curious if anybody else does that. And then great, okay, now I'm aware of it. So what do I want to do to change it? And then that's my choice, right? I get to choose what I want to do with that. And so another tool, and like really, I'm a part of this interesting point of view group with Catherine Oster. I've only been in like a few days, but we're really paying attention to our points of view and what that creates. And so, you know, some of the interesting points of view that I have about creating business is that, you know, will people find value in what I present? So that's an interesting point of view. You know, I have some interesting points of view around actually the back end systems, like actually creating some things like to invite people to it, that I would like to look at, to change. And so really, what if you've got a point of view that kind of comes up, and basically you create your life around that point of view, right? So if I have this point of view that I can't create a business online, and it's underlying, and even though I'm, you know, showing up here doing this video and saying that I want to create a business online, but I have that underlying point of view that it actually won't work, then it really won't. I mean, that creates your reality. I mean, those points of view that we have about ourselves that, you know, we don't really pay attention to, or we're not even aware that we have those points of view, they start to come up that, you know, I mean, we can't create the things that we really want if we've got those underlying points of view that we wouldn't be able to. So it's just very interesting, and something that I'm really taking a look at. And, you know, once you become aware of it, then then you can really sit with it and be present with it and try and change it. So if I have, bring up that point of view about how I can't create something online, let's say, and the exercises that we've been doing in this interesting point of view group, is to really just kind of like sit with it, be present with it, and yeah, just really sit with it and be present with it, and then repeatedly say, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. And for me, what I notice is that when I can sit with it and be present with it and repeatedly say that it starts to change the charge on it, if that makes sense. Like, we might have interesting points of view about our body. Sometimes that's an easy one to look at, like whatever it might be. Like as a kid, when I was in middle years, I had boys always call me thunder thighs. And so that was projected at me. And so then I take that point of view on, and that's part of my body that maybe I don't like so much, right? And so if I can sit with that, like, oh, I have really big thighs, or whatever it might be about your body, and if you can think about that and be present with that and just say, interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. And it just seems to change. Yet, there's other people that I've been around, and okay, so here's another example. In university, all of my friends were Asian. And so here I am, like 5 feet tall, and they're all 5'2". And I'm towering over them, right? And they always like, you're so big, you're so tall. And so then I almost took that as a wrongness, about me and my body shape, and oh, I'm so tall and I'm so big, compared to them. And so I took on that point of view that I'm big. And then I've recently been around some people that are much taller than me that are calling me small. So it's just really about other people's points of view around you, and then how that affects how you see yourself. And it's just so interesting because it's just a point of view based on somebody else's thoughts, and maybe we take that on. So it's kind of entertaining, and how we can distract ourselves with that, that point of view that somebody else has of you or whatever, and then maybe we take that point of view on ourselves. So anyway, those are a couple tools I'm playing with right now. And this book, Living Beyond Distraction, there's other distractor implants, but those seem to be the ones that I'm kind of functioning from right now, like the fear and the doubt and the relationship stuff, having difficulties in relationships. And it's just something that I'm creating to distract myself from actually doing what I want to do. And now that I can kind of see it, what else can I choose? Because it's all just a choice. Am I going to let that stuff stop me from doing some of the things that I want to do, that I know I'm capable of? Yeah, I guess we'll see. It's interesting, and wanting to change it. And so I'm curious, like for you, are you letting fear using something that you've always wanted to do? Maybe it's skydiving. and fear is just the distraction from doing something that you really want to do. And maybe it's just excitement. Maybe your body's just like, yeah, let's do it. But those things that keep us from choosing things that we really, really want to do, they distract us from actually doing it. So anyway, and so maybe using that tool, interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. And if you have to say it 30 times before it starts to, like the charge starts to go away, then maybe you do. I hope this has been helpful. It's an interesting conversation, and yeah, Living Beyond Distraction. When I get home, I'll put the link. I have a link for if you are interested in purchasing that book. I have a link that connects you right to where you can get it from. So if it's something that you're interested in, just let me know. I'll throw the link in. Some of my favorite books I've just got in a link, and you can connect to them and purchase them if you want. So that's something I've been playing with, because it's like they've been so valuable to me, and really helping me see where I kind of function differently, and how I'd like to change things. And it's just something that has really like getting my bars run has really helped too, because all of these things, all these thoughts and feelings that kind of come up when you have a bar session, then you can kind of dissipate some of those thoughts and feelings and emotions. And so that's just another tool that has helped me to kind of look at these things come up and let's get rid of them, and having a bar session is one way. Now I do have a office space in the professional building downtown in Swift Current, and I'm offering those sessions if that's something that you're curious about. And yeah, if I'm going to offer a 30-minute little free trial session, if you want to call it a freebie, a quickie, half an hour little free session to try it out, because I know lots of people are curious about what it is. They've never tried it, and so this is an opportunity for you to come in and have a free session with me, and get a chance to try it if you're curious. Now this Wednesday, that's tomorrow night, here in Swift Current at 7, we're also having like a taster, so people can come and try it out, get some more information about it. And so if that's something that you're curious about, just reach out, and I'll get the details to you as well. And that's just another tool that's been just really, I can't even describe what it's done for me to change things. So anyway, I think I've heard one student come in, so I better get off and go start my job this afternoon. But anyway, I hope that's been a contribution to you, and yeah, thanks for watching. For those of you that are here live, oh hi Hilda, and those of you who are watching in the future, I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.